Yeah. Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai. Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai. Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem, Brakah Kadash. Brakatha being blessed. Yahweh being the true name of the Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Salakia. Yahweh Shai being the true name of the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Ba'ashem in the name. Brakah Kadash. Spirit Holy, Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle and elders, a great most holy, teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the fellow laborers, the Akim, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwith listening and learning, Shalom. It's Brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin Camp here in Toronto with another lesson. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. The title of this lesson is This Great Reset, this Build Back Better will usher in the mark of the beast, which is the Rfid chip, right? It's based on this article. Salakia came out this evening on RT.com, titled "The Great Reset," right? And it's based on Trudeau's speech on Sunday, where he used where he coined the term "Great Reset," and it set off a trend on a search engine search for Google. Right? Well, we'll read it and then we'll, Adawan Rataza, Osai willing, we'll grab some scriptures. The reemergence of a buzzword-laden speech by Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has social media users scrambling to look up the World Economic Forum's Great Reset, previously dismissed by some as mere conspiracy theory. The Great Reset was a book written by Klaus Schwab. As we read on, we will see. An excerpt of a recent Trudeau speech posted on Sunday has forced some to rethink their skepticism over the Great Reset. Long dismissed as a conspiracy theory, despite being the title of an actual manifesto for worldwide social change, written by Klaus Schwab, the director of the World Economic Forum. Promising a reset is in the works, Trudeau expanded on the enigmatic Build Back Better slogan that has surfaced on the lips of politicians and NGOs worldwide. Initially broadcast in late September, the speech saw him pledge $400 million to global humanitarian aid projects. Building Back Better means giving support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 Agenda 2030, right? Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum, part of the UN, says the fourth industrial revolution, part of the Great Reset agenda, it's an agenda, will lead to a fusion of our physical, digital, and biological identity. Simply put, this means globally enforced transhumanism. Here's an excerpt from Klaus Schwab saying this.
It's at the end, what the fourth industrial revolution will lead to is a fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological identities. When I wrote the book, I started to write it for years ago. It was published 3 years ago.
Salakia. Yeah. Let's look up this word transhumanism. And that's the chip, man. The RFID chip, mark of the beast. Transhumanism. Transhumanism is a philosophical movement that advocates for the transformation of the human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies able to greatly modify or enhance human intellect and physiology, right? The interfacing of tech and human physiology. That's the mark of the beast, man. Right? That's the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Prince Charles sees gold in their Prince Charles, the royals, right? Sees golden opportunity, in quotes, in COVID-19 pandemic as UK economy faces biggest recession in centuries. US President-elect Joe Biden's campaign slogan was Build Back Better, while UK PM Boris Johnson announced months ago that his country would use the coronavirus as an opportunity to build back better, right? The slogan is out. Even faced with the words coming from Trudeau's mouth, however, not everyone was convinced Trudeau's speech represented something sinister, right? So there's gonna be the naysayers and there's gonna be the smoke and mirrors, damage control, people saying, "Oh, it's conspiracy," right? In the text of his Great Reset book, Klaus Schwab, calls for global leaders to seize the opportunity presented by the COVID-19 pandemic to remake society in their image and declares the world will never return to normal, right? So these banking families, these elites, they want to remake the world in their image. By how? And how will they enforce it, right? The mark of the beast, the RFID chip. Trudeau, Biden, Johnson, and other powerful figures like the UK's Prince Charles have lent their support to the program in recent months, declaring the COVID-19 pandemic represents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reimagine society. Right, so all these leaders are on board, man. Right? Taking crafty counsel. Let's get that scripture. Right? Build back better. Great reset. Psalms 83. Psalms chapter 83, verse 2, and it reads, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult." Whose enemies? The Most High's enemies, the sons of Israel's enemies. Make a tumult. Tumult is a uproar against, right? And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They that hate thee, who hates thee? Who is the they that hates the sons of Israel? Wicked E, the banking families, the elites, the so-called white men. They've lifted up their head, right? Ready to strike. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Crafty counsel against who? The sons of Israel. Israel being a people before a place. The so-called indigenous, the so-called Latino, and the so-called Negro. And consulted against thy hidden ones. Thy hidden ones. The Most High's hidden ones are his treasure. Right? Crafty. Right? These politicians, they're all on board, man. Right? Pushing the agenda. Crafty. They have taken crafty.
Strong's H6191. Aram.
To be subtle, be shrewd, crafty, right? Subtle, shrewd, wise, right? Right? Wise, shrewd, slick shit, man. You know what I mean? And that's what these politicians are all about. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation." Right? Cut off who? Israel. Israel being a people for a place, from being a nation, right? Hence why we're in the state we're in, right? Not knowing who we are, discontinued from our heritage, right? That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, right? And that's happened. 2/3 out here don't know who they are, right? Have no idea who they are. Jeremiah 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, right? Who? The sons of Israel, Israel being a people before a place, shalt discontinue from thine heritage, right? No longer know who we are. That I gave thee, that who gave thee? The Most High gave us a heritage, Israel being a people before a place. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. And that's the state of Israel, the Israelites today, man, not knowing who they are, right? The elect have received it. The elect aren't blinded, but the rest are blinded, right? The 2/3 have no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's close out before we get off topic. But this whole transhumanism, great reset, build back better, interfacing tech with human physiology, it's the mark of the beast, man. Revelation chapter 13, verse Revelation 13, verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. That's Esau's technology, man. Right? That's his technology. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Right? Deceiveth everybody on the planet with his technology, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live, right? That's talking about Rome. The beast that had a wound by a sword and did live is talking about Rome. America the Great, Babylon the Great is birthed from Rome, right? So he gives the Rome, the ways of Rome, ancient Rome. America is pushed throughout the whole of their existence, right? Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? America has given life to that image of the beast, right? The beast being the Roman system, the system, right? That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? That's the system. This whole system they're going to push, man, right? This transhumanism movement that they're coming with, this great reset. Listen, man, they're going to chop heads. They're going to make heads roll. What's the saying in the world? Get down or lay down. Right? As many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all. Who causeth all? Esau, wicked E, the elites, the banking families. He causeth all, both small and great. Small and great. Right? No matter what class you are. Rich and poor, no matter what kind of money you got. Middle class, upper class, above the poverty line, right? Free and bond, free or locked up, incarcerated, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark, the Rfid chip, the mark of the beast, charagma, to etch out, to carve out, right? It's not Christianity. It's not an embargo. It's a physical mark. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So you're not going to be able to purchase, make no transactions, participate in e-commerce, the commerce world, nothing without this mark. Or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? That's what's coming. That's what's coming. The mark of the beast is the microchip, is the RFID chip. That's what's coming. These leaders are all on board. They're all on board. That's what's coming. This great reset that they're pushing. They're using this COVID thing to expedite it. That's what's coming. But the elect won't be fooled. Revelation 3 verse 10, we'll close out with this. And it's red letters. So our Lord, Yahweh Shai, said this: because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? Keeping the words of the Most High, his law, statutes, and commandments, right? I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Who's that thee is going to keep from the hour of temptation? His elect. Most High willing more of that number. His elect. He's going to keep them from the hour of temptation, from bowing to the image of the beast, which shall come upon all the world. The whole world is going to be presented with this, man. And it's going to be get down or lie down. The whole world. To try them that dwell upon the earth. I pray edified. I don't want Ratazah. Stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. You know what I mean? These things are manifesting fast. Right? Right? Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai. Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai. Barakat Yahweh, Barakat Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abad Baba.